Hi, my name's Nick. This is War and Strategy Gamer, and these are our first impressions of the new DLC for Heartless Spine 4, Man the Guns. My goodness, fuel's a massive pain in the bottom now, isn't it? Luckily, there has been a few buffs, clearly, because I've got so much manpower now, it's pretty much straight for the bottom of the barrel. I've got loads of manpower. Also, in terms of production, I don't really seem to struggle to produce anything, so I think we must have received some buffs over here. The exception being that I have been producing, that's the wrong one. The exception being that I've been producing these fighters, the Hulk Hurricanes, for like 3 or 4 years, and I wasn't actually getting any to deploy. And then I realised what it was I was losing so many out at sea that they were being used to replace that. But anyway, that's a side thing. So, fuel, massive pain, massive. New focus tree. New focus tree, I kind of like it. You can't quite get to where you want because there's a lot more conditions on when stuff comes in. But I did start going down the revisit the colony policy. That gave me absolutely tons of political power, so I filled up all my old gaps, apart from this one, obviously. Quite early, that was nice. Governments in exile's a cool little feature. So I've got all these governments staying with me. Yeah, bedroom's getting a little crowded. And what have we got here? Oh yeah, that was it. And they also come along with decisions. So as well as the governments and exiles, there's actually things you can do with those. They're not all that useless. So yeah, nice little feature. I love everything about the new Navy system. As you can see, I've been laying some mines here, and the ship design is really cool. The only issue that I have with the ship designer, so as an example, if I go to production, select new ship. I'm not actually, you can see here I'm developing a carrier hull Mark III, but look, I haven't got a heavy ship or any other sort of Mark III ships, even though I've been putting all my time and effort into researching this stuff. So it doesn't let you deploy it unless you have a certain amount of things there. So for instance, if I go auto, and I don't have 38 experience to spend at this point, which by the way, the fact you can now exercise all three of these, so you get experience, is really nice. The only problem being fuel's a massive pain. So you can't do it, which is it's so restrictive. Fuel, so restrictive. So anyway, yeah. So even if I had 38 right now, I wouldn't let me save it and then build them, and I'm not quite sure what it is. So at the moment, there you go. Design lacks one or more required modules. It's this required modules thing, it doesn't make clear. So I can fill up every single one of these gaps, and it's still saying you require some sort of module. Who knows? So yeah, that's a bit annoying. So it's not. So that's kind of letting down this cool ship design system. In terms of what I've done is I've played the defensive games, the UK. You can see I'm only on November 1914 already, so much has happened. I like it. I like this new Navy system. I like the fact you can lay mines. I like the fact that I've put all my time and effort. If we look at the old research trees of Rooney's, you can see here that I've literally poured it all into mainly the naval and industrial, in terms of trying to get me some more fuel, because fuel's a massive pain in the bottom. So I think the idea is, obviously I've given up a lot of my colonies. I think I might have lost fuel there. I think the idea is you're supposed to sort of take over territories that have a lot of fuel. So you've got to kind of play the game that way now, and I haven't been. I've just been playing this defensive game for Great Britain, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to basically develop planes a little bit, develop the navy a lot, and see if I can pretty much guard my island purely using my advanced navy. That's what I wanted to see if I could do. See if I could take up defensive stance with the navy. So I'm planning to attack if this game too much of an attack game. But no, I really like it so far. Like I said, it's just really the one thing that's really annoyed me is, I mean, I'm okay, like I said, with the fuel, because a lot of other things seems to have got buffed in the process, which is fine, I guess. Apart from this, trying to gain army experience, you don't have enough fuel, or you're using up your fuel. As you can see, I've got less than 1 day of fuel at my current usage, and all I'm doing is defending. I'm not even attacking yet. So that's kind of super irritating that I'm not even attacking. So I haven't even taken my armies across to try and take on the German Reich, and I am like super low on fuel. It's kind of annoying. So I guess what you've got to do more early doors is you've got to secure, maybe you're supposed to secure somewhere like North Africa or somewhere like that. So obviously I've let Egypt go as part of a colony, and then Italy's taken over them, and maybe let's wait till he's done that because there's fuel. the ability to gain fuel from these countries. Maybe that was it. I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention, to be honest. I just wanted to play this defensive game to try out all the new Navy stuff, which is good, apart from the fact that I don't understand why I can't build ships even if I have the experience. Ended up spending the experience actually on parts, so you can actually boost how long it takes to develop certain parts. Like this, for example, sometimes you get the option to boost it, so you'll be able to click on it and then you'll be able to spend 50 experience points to gain 100% bonus during research. So that's kind of what I've done, and spent my experience points on, because I don't seem to be able to make the latest and greatest ships, which is kind of annoying and holding me back. But at the same time, my navy does seem to be holding back Germany, and we're always at it. Look, here's another one, and I've scored a victory here, not against German ships, but someone's always trying to come at me, bro, and I'm defending them. So I like it, but why can't I build these ships? Also, I had this super weird thing, which seems to have gone away now, where it has. Where for ages I wasn't like borrowing equipment off anyone, and I was producing gladiator fights for no reason. I didn't understand it. It was like this non-stop gladiator fighting producing. That was a bit weird. I wasn't sure if it was a bug to start with, but then it went away, so now I'm even more confused what's going on there. But yeah, great expansion, I guess, is my initial thoughts. I'm going to have to play for it a lot more. I'm going to have to play for it, obviously, as America, as well as the UK. I'm going to have to explore UK a bit more, less of a defensive game, more of an attack game, see what's going on. Because this fuel is so restrictive. I'm not sure if we've even got enough fuel to attack at the moment. So I need to explore it a little further, see what's going on there. But the first initial impressions are strong. I do like it, but as with all things Hearts of Iron 4, I've only put 4 or 5 hours into this new expansion. It's really not enough to it's really not enough to give a full developed opinion. So like I said, first impressions are good. I'm going to need another 15-20 hours with it to see if I really like it and whether these new systems have really worked. Okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.